Hello, everyone, both anyone watching live and anyone who's watching this on catch up afterwards as well. A warm welcome to this afternoon's web chat. I'm Dan Harding. I'm head of music performance here at the University of Kent, which is a large, vibrant, extracurricular music facility for students and staff, and indeed members of the local community who, for the students who are not necessarily studying music. In fact, most of them are reading degrees such as law, history, forensic science, biomedical science, English literature, all that sort of thing. But they are still musicians, and they want to carry on making music and rehearsing and performing alongside their academic course of studies. So the point of the extracurricular music department is to run lots of ensembles and lots of events throughout the year, bolted around people's academic timetables. So it's an opportunity, usually in the evenings, Wednesday afternoons and at weekends, to come together, rehearse and give concerts throughout the academic year. So I thought we should begin the year. Obviously, Freshers Week begins next week, but today is an opportunity to introduce a few members of this year's Music Society, find out a little bit about what they do, what they study, how they're involved, and what they're looking forward to, so that when term starts, for those of you who are new and who are coming for the first time, there might be a few faces that you recognise, so you can come up and say hello. So first into the studio, please would you give a very warm welcome to the President of the Music Society this year, Miss Ellie Gould. Hello, Ellie.
Hello.
How's life with you? All right?
It's good, thank you. How are you?
So far, so good. I mean, term hasn't yet begun, so there's there's a lull before the maelstrom of next Tuesday.
Yes, definitely doing lots of preparing for Freshers Week. We've got lots of banners and exciting things planned. So,
because once term starts, that's it. You really hit the ground running, don't you? And then
yes.
and then it's sort of draw breath in December when it's all over.
Definitely, yeah. But it's all very exciting. There's lots of exciting things planned for this year, socials and concerts and everything. So, really looking forward to it.
Excellent. Well, we'll hear a little bit about that in due course. So next into the studio, please welcome Lois. Lois, hello.
Hello. Hello.
So you're the treasurer of the Music Society this year, is that right?
I am, yes.
Excellent. And you're going to explain a little bit later on about what that means in terms of how the society works, I understand, yeah?
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Excellent. And finally into the studio, please welcome Lucy. Hello, Lucy.
Hello, hello.
Now, you're social media secretary, have I got that right?
I am. I'm in charge of making all of the graphics and publicising us on our social medias this year.
So you'll be doing all the digital nagging on Instagram and Facebook and so on, will you?
Yeah, that will be me.
Excellent. Well, we'll hear a little bit about what that involves shortly. So what I thought would be useful, though, is to find out a little bit from each of the society team here, a little bit about what they study and what they do musically and how they manage to fit those two commitments together in order not to drive themselves completely round the tree by the end of the academic year. So, Ellie, let's start with you. What is it that you study?
So I'm a fourth year student. It makes me sound quite old when I say fourth year. I'm studying biomedical science with a year in computing. And I've been a part of the Music Society since I first joined the university, all the way back in 2019. And like Dan said, I'm president of the Music Society this year, which is really exciting. So just to explain my role, basically I'm just there to kind of boss everyone around. I'm kidding. I'm just sort of there to oversee events, run committee meetings, but also just be a friendly face. Always happy to answer questions. So yeah, that'll be my sort of role this year.
Because that's how the music department and the Music Society operate, isn't it? It's very much a sort of hand-in-hand partnership whereby we together put on the events between us. So it's very sort of like a synchronicity between the events that we put on and then the Music Society being involved and also taking a role in organising. You've got teams backstage and managing this, that, and the other, and running around like headless chickens before and after the concert. So there's definitely lots to keep the Music Society committee occupied during the year, isn't there?
Yes, there is definitely a lot. But I mean, I love all the concerts and everything. That's really why I came to Kent was what the music department had to offer. That's what made me so excited to join.
So you were you looked for a university that offered that facility when you were making
Yes.
your choice.
Yeah, that was what I looked for first, actually, which I think speaks quite a lot over my degree. I was more excited about the music.
I'm going to get a very stern letter from the head of biomedical science later on, aren't I? Saying, now look here. So how is it then that because obviously biomedical science is quite an academic commitment. How are you able to juggle all the musical? Because you're in quite a few ensembles, aren't you?
I am, yes. So I'm in the chamber choir and chorus and Sicilian choir, which does keep me quite busy. But I love it. For me, music is how I relax. So I actually enjoy coming to all the socials and all the rehearsals. It's quite a social setting. I've met so many friends, all the people you get to speak to. So actually, it's really nice because it gives me that separation between my studies and then what I love to do as my hobby. So I do love going to all the rehearsals and all the concerts. It's great.
So music is in fact a way of unwinding and taking some time out from academic commitments.
Definitely.
Is it equally as relaxing when it's like 2 days before a major performance in Canterbury Cathedral?
Maybe slightly more stressful, maybe.
Yeah. But I think that's the key, isn't it? It's managing both your coursework commitments and your sort of extracurricular musical commitments in a way that allows you to enjoy both.
Mm-hmm. It is, but I think as a starter, as a fresh starter, that's something that you come to terms with. You talk to people, you find out what you can balance, and then you just sort of find the right fit for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lois, what about you? What do you study?
So I'm going into my 4th year in forensic science, but it's my 4th year at the uni, but like my 3rd year doing forensic science.
Mm-hmm. And you're
And
involved in a couple of ensembles as well, aren't you?
yeah, I play the cello and I'm in the Sinfonia and the symphony orchestra.
And
Which I
again, how do you manage the sort of the academic commitments of your forensic sciences with orchestral and sinfonia rehearsals and so on?
So my degree is pretty full on, but Sinfonia we rehearse on Wednesday afternoons, which is really nice because there's never any lectures on or anything on Wednesday afternoons. So it's like Ellie said, it's like a nice break, like from studies. Like I can go to the library in the morning on a Wednesday and then just chill out in Sinfonia rehearsals. And then orchestra rehearsals on Thursday evenings. It's one evening a week, so it doesn't interfere with my studies or anything. And yeah, it's another nice break from studying.
And I think, for me, one of the great things about the extracurricular musical life is the social thing, isn't it? It's about an opportunity to broaden your horizons and meet and make friends with people who you wouldn't necessarily have met if they're not doing the same course as you and so on. So
yeah, I've met so many of like my closest friends through music, which is really nice.
Which will really please the social media secretary, no doubt.
Yes, definitely.
What is it that you study, Lucy?
So I also study forensic science. So I'm going in, it's my 3rd year at Kent because I started doing maths and then I switched.
Right.
And then, yeah, so for me, music was like, it was the main way that I made friends. I didn't really know, I wasn't going to Kent to expect any, like, I didn't have any expectations of the music. And then I met Ellie and also Fliss, last year's president, at the Freshers' Fair. And straight away, they made me feel so welcomed. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to sign up. And then here I am.
I mean, that's the key, isn't it? At the beginning of the year, particularly if you're new, you come in your first year, it's a new university, a new environment. You've got to juggle all your accommodation. You've got to juggle, working out your academic timetable and where to go and where all that is. So your university life as well. And then suddenly there's this musical life that you can get involved with. So hopefully that's as you say, a welcoming opportunity when everything around you can possibly be slightly unfamiliar and slightly unnerving.
Yeah, definitely. It was like a nice escape, like the others said. It's like, I mean, yes, I will agree, leading up to a concert can be a little bit stressful sometimes, but it like the enjoyment that I get out of it, and I'm sure the others will agree, it just like way overdoes the stress. Like it's just so worth it.
Yeah. Well, we say that now. Let's hope we're saying the same thing towards the end of December.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there are periods when the calendar does get very full up, aren't there? You know, particularly at the end of the winter term, when you've got the chamber choir doing the university carol service, you've got the big band doing the Christmas swing along, you've got the chorus and the symphony orchestra doing their evening performance, and the string symphony doing a concert as well. So there are times suddenly when you can find that life is quite busy, but then that, you know, that's not the case throughout the rest of term. So that's when you can get all your academic work done, isn't it? Nod for me, everyone. Excellent. So let's find out a little bit about what you've each got planned for the year, or what you're going to be doing as part of your role. So Ellie, let's start with you.
Okay, so my vision for the society, there's a few points. So increase student engagement, you know, through like social media promotion and through all the socials that we've got planned. But I'll sort of let Lucy talk about that, because she's been in touch with Sarah, who's our social sec. But what I'd also like to do is increase publicity of the society, I think, because our society as a whole is sort of very in-person based with all the rehearsals and everything. I think it was sort of quite affected by COVID. So it's just trying to get the society back up to what it was like pre-COVID. So I'd quite like to do that by canvassing the campus with lots and lots of leaflets. So you'll see a few of them. We've got the Getting Started and the What's On, which explains all the different information about the society. But you'll also see we'll have some flyers with QR codes on for all the social media channels. So you can't escape us. We'll be on every lamppost. And then I just thought it'd be useful to run through some important dates. So we have the Freshers' Fair, which is from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Thursday the 22nd and Friday the 23rd. We're still waiting on confirmation of exactly what date our stall will be on, but if you follow us on our social media channels, we'll be putting all the information up on there. We're also running the virtual Freshers' Fair, which is on from 9 a.m. on Thursday the 22nd to 5 p.m. on Saturday the 24th. And there'll be a member of the committee manning that at all times to answer any questions you've got. And again, it's got all the links to the social media channels. And then we're also going to have a stall in the Collier Ferguson Music Building on Wednesday the 21st, and then either the Thursday or the Friday. But really, that's more of a drop-in session. If you wanted to come along, meet some committee members, find out a bit more information. We can also help you sign up and get your membership and just things like that. So if you are a fresher, that's really good dates to come and just say hello. I'll also have lots of sweets as well as an incentive.
I'm surprised you didn't lead off with that. That's often the most.
I know, I should have done.
Sweets and pens, always a good one. And we can have a little look at what the virtual Freshers' Fair is going to look like, can't we? Just tell us a little bit about what we can see here.
Yes, so you've got the join button in the bottom left. So that will take you to the Kent Union page where you can actually buy your membership. But I'll let Lois talk a bit more about how the membership works and things like that. You've also got the I'm interested button. So if you click that, it notifies us as a committee. It means that we can send you information by email about taster sessions and rehearsals, things like that. And on the right-hand side, it's got links to all the social media, including the new TikTok account. So all very, very exciting stuff. Excellent.
Yes, and it's quite nice that there's that sort of breadth of ways of accessing it, isn't it? For you can go to the virtual one online, you can go in person to the Music Society and as part of the Freshers' Fair, but then you can also come to the tabletop stall, and I think Musical Theatre Society are going to be there as well, aren't they?
Yes, they are. There'll be a couple societies there, so it'll be really nice to just come and see what's on offer.
Because there's, alongside the Music Society, there's the Musical Theatre Society, isn't there, who do showcases and productions throughout the year. And I think there's also the Live Music Society.
Yes, yeah, it's quite exciting. We obviously collabed with MTS last year with Hunchback. So it's quite nice if you do come along, there's ways that we collab with the other societies. So it's quite nice to see us all.
That's right. It was the Hunchback of Notre Dame over in the Great Hall at Kent College, wasn't it? The annual production, which was great. So excellent. And did you want to say a little bit more about some of the other members of the committee who aren't able to join us this afternoon?
Yes, I think that would be good. Obviously, there's not just us three in the committee. There are lots of other people that make it up as well. So we've got Harriet, who's a 4th year studying psychology. So she's come back from her year in industry. So as secretary, she'll be dealing with all of the admin bits, doing all the minutes of the committee meetings, and just being very organised. And Harriet's in quite a lot of different ensembles. She sings and plays the cello amongst other things as well. So she'll be more than happy to answer any questions. We also have Sarah, who I mentioned before, is going to be our social set. So she'll be working closely with Lucy, planning all the socials and the nights out. Sarah is also in the Sicilian choir, the chamber choir and chorus, and she also plays guitar as well. And then we have Tobias, who is our chorus manager. So his main role is archiving all the music and really just being the go-to person for any questions that are chorus related. And then I think Lois was going to introduce a few other members of the committee.
Over to you, Madam Treasurer. Who else have we got to look forward to meeting this year?
So I've got Maruna, who is studying law, and she's the chamber choir manager. So she'll be in charge of music and anything chamber choir related. And then we also have Kiara, who is our welfare officer. So if anyone has any problems or worries, you can obviously go to her and she can help you out. But along with the rest of us and all the committee, we're always here to help as well.
Excellent. And Lucy, who did you want to name drop a few others who are not here today?
So we've got Jack. They're our orchestra manager. They're going into their 2nd year studying law, and they're also an international student. So I know they'd be happy to talk to any international students about joining Kent or anything also orchestra related as well. And then we've got David, who is big band and the big band manager. So he's kind of in charge of that. He plays the saxophone and the tuba, and he's doing his masters. So we're very happy to have him back this year as well.
That's right. Yeah. So there's quite a there's a good mix of folk from across different academic disciplines and backgrounds, isn't there? So there's a nice social element to it. Quite a broad width of curricula and courses being represented and so on. And that's the great thing about music, is that you end up, sitting side by side with a senior member of the university staff from the registry department, or one of the sort of, academic division, or a member of the librarian team sat next to a 1st year reading science or a 4th year reading law or something. So it really does have a nice sense of bringing the university community together, doesn't it, I think?
Yeah, definitely. And also I think because none of us actually study music, but all they're doing it extracurricular because it's what we love to do, performing and just sharing music with others. And I think because we're all there in our own time doing something that we love, I think that others will agree there's a really friendly and just fun atmosphere, because we're all essentially doing what we love. It's a hobby. So that's what I found within the whole music department and society. Everyone's so welcoming and just wants you to join in, really.
Mm-hmm.
It is a nice addition to enriching your university life, isn't it? Unfortunately, it also means that you often don't have many evenings to yourselves, do you? If you're in chorus on a Monday and Sicilian choir and chamber choir on a Tuesday, and then Lois, you do sinfonia on a Wednesday and then orchestra on a Thursday. You've only really got Friday night off before it's the weekend.
Well, Dan, don't worry. We've always got Wednesday socials in venue. You can't miss them.
Very true.
I can see what your plan of campaign is going to be this year, Lucy. So, Lois, did you want to talk us through the membership? I've got a screen capture. Just talk us a little bit about joining the Music Society this year.
Yeah, so I'm the treasurer, so I'm responsible for all the funding of the society, and a big part of this is everyone buying their membership. It's literally only £5 for the whole year, and you literally don't really have to pay anything else apart from that. And it's not just important because it makes you part of the society. It actually covers you for a public liability insurance. So if you want to be part of the orchestra and sinfonia and all the choirs and stuff, when you do concerts, if anything goes wrong, you've just got that little bit of extra support. and it's literally only £5, which is so much cheaper than a lot of other societies as well. And yeah, you can get this membership on the Kent Union website. It's circled there on the thing. It's the £5 one. And if you need help if you can't find this on the Kent Union website, you can actually go on our TikTok and Instagram, and there's a video there made of literally walking you through how to get the membership. Our @ is literally Kent Music Sock. But yeah, that's pretty much it for membership, but it's very important.
Absolutely. And Lucy, I know your new thing this year is the TikTok channel, isn't it? Tell us a little bit about what's going on there.
So yeah, we thought we'd branch out. It was actually Ellie's idea, and it's been a challenge for me learning how to use TikTok. But yeah, it's just kind of like we thought it adds a little bit more fun to the society. And also this year we wanted to do more things because we are aware that not everybody is part of the drinking culture, which can get pushed at a uni. So we want to do more kind of like chill socials as well. So maybe it just be watching a musical, or playing board games, or an open mic night. Just some things that are a little bit more low key, as well as kind of going out, going to venue, having pub crawls, like dressing up in city costumes. So yeah, we wanted to have more of a range this year. And then we're going to document it all on TikTok and on our Instagram as well. So yeah, we're going to be advertising everything on mainly on the Instagram. It's where most things are going to be advertised. And there's a little highlight on there. So every time something gets posted, even if it disappears after 24 hours, if you just click on the 2022, 23 highlight, then you can just see all of the stuff that's coming up and happening.
Excellent. So it does sound as though there's quite a lot to look forward to this year. And obviously, you know, last year was all about emerging out of the COVID year and getting everything off the ground again in some form. So this year really is hopefully throngingly back to normal, and we've got events to look forward to. We've got you mentioned the carol service before. We've got the Christmas swing along with the big band. We've got anniversary weekend. It's the 10-year anniversary of the Collier Ferguson building this year, isn't it? So we've got an anniversary weekend with string symphonia and concert band, orchestra and chorus and big band all taking part. And then in March we've got the annual concert in Canterbury Cathedral with the chorus and orchestra. There's also a special performance with the Sicilian Choir and the String Symphonia in the spring, with a piece, giving the premiere of a piece that we've commissioned from the composer Russell Hepplewhite to a text including poetry by Nancy Gaffield from the School of Creative Writing. So there's a lovely sort of inter-school collaboration there. And then at the end of the year, it's Summer Music Week, which is a mad week-long merry-go-round as we sort of bid a musical farewell to the end of the academic year, isn't it? So let's hope we're all still standing by mid-June after all of your... Because you've all got academic deadlines and exams and dissertations at some point as well, that we need to remember to factor in amongst all the music making that you're all doing. So anyway, that's it from us. So thank you very much to Lucy, to Lois and to Ellie for joining in this afternoon and hopefully giving you an idea of what's to look forward to, what's to come this year. And as it says across the bottom of the screen, kent.ac.uk/music, if you want to go to the website and find out a little bit more about what's coming, the concert programs, and also joining what it is that you can get involved in. And also you can download the new Getting Started leaflet, which I shall wave, which gives you an idea of the first rehearsals and auditions and so on that are coming up over the next couple of weeks as we get all the ensembles off the ground. And then it really is head down until sort of mid-December when term ends and we can all breathe a sigh of relief. So thank you to Ellie, to Lois and Lucy, and thank you to everyone watching either live and on catch up. Do go and have a look at the website for more details and find out what you can get involved in. And we look forward to seeing you on Monday. I'm going to check the date here. Monday, the 26th of September, which is the music intro, where it's an opportunity to bring everyone together at 7:30 who's interested in music. You can meet this year's music committee, music society committee in their thronging hordes, and also the Musical Theatre Society will be there to introduce themselves as well. And you can sign up for an audition for various things if you're looking to audition for some of the groups, and just find out how to get involved in music as part of your university experience. So we look forward to meeting you soon. Do remember that extracurricular music is open to all students, whatever you may study. So whatever you're here for at the University of Kent, make sure you make music a part of your university experience. I've been Dan Harding. Thanks to my guests, and we look forward to meeting you all very soon. Thank you for watching.